So what is up guys, Killerkev today back with a brand new episode of 5 new console mods to hit the Bethesda.net website. This is going to be episode 34. Without further ado guys, let's just jump straight into the video. For our first spot is going to be Skeleton Retexture. This is the rusty version. We actually did the blooded version, which looked absolutely terrifying at night, to do with all skeletons within the game. That is the skeleton race, as you can play yourself, which was covered last week in one of our top 5 brand new console mods. And also as well, this is for all NPCs or sort of any particular world skeleton out in Tamriel. Absolutely terrifying. This one is a little bit more or less fierce, but also this one I feel is a little bit more realistic. The blooded version was actually really kind of terrifying, and I'd personally recommend that one just because it's absolutely insane. But if you want a more realistic or a more immersive feel to the skeletons within the game, then this rusted version is definitely going to be for you. And for our next spot is going to be an absolute banger. This one definitely should have been in the vanilla based game. It's one of those mods that you should just pick up regardless of who you are. It is infinite mining. Have you ever noticed every time that you go to an ore that you sort of tap it once or twice and you could only, that was it just depleted. That would be it. No more ore, no more nothing. So once you've tapped it twice, that's it, it's all gone. This mod actually erases all of that. It won't deplete at all of the ores, and all the little nuggets that you do get within that vanilla based game wise is still going to be there. I'm not too sure if this works with other sort of modded sort of ores that are scattered around in Tamriel. If it does, let me know in the comment section below. That would definitely be a game changer. But this one I feel like should have been added into it, or maybe possibly a respawn rate of the ores. But this one definitely does suffice of that. 500 KB for this is definitely worth anyone grabbing, and it's definitely a steal for all of the people out there who just want more of a fun game. And for our next spot is going to be all stone powers and ability. This was kind of like all the racial powers and all the abilities to go with that as well. I believe we covered that this week. It was absolutely cool mod, really useful if you wanted all the different varieties of every other race that they had. This one is for the stone powers, and again, this is pretty damn cool. Once you've installed it, all you're going to need to do is head over to Helgen's Keep, and there is a chest within the warden's room. Loot that. It should be right next to a bed, and you should obtain all the different books so you can read them, and then you will be able to use all the spells. Or if you want to do it like me, I actually went to Belaythor in Whiterun. He actually sells them for 2 septim a piece, a definite banging bargain. That's probably your best bet to grab all these particular things as well. They're pretty damn cool. Just be careful how you use this and sort of everything else. I'm not too sure what the consequences are using certain different stones, powers and abilities, but you can choose which one you like now, instead of having to go out into the world of Tamriel and tracking every single one down to particular things. It's nice to have a look at. It's definitely nice to see all the different attributes that you do get from the stones. For our penultimate spot is going to be Orc Farmhouse Overhaul Texture. This changes everything to do with this. It changes the wood, windows, pelts, roofs, stonework, fences, doors, dirt, absolutely everything to do with all the different farmhouses scattered in the world. Nice new textures. I'm not too sure. I'm going to hazard a guess this is going to be a 2K texture. The description isn't massive on this mod, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Just ups all the different features and the elements to do with all the farmhouses scattered around Tamriel. Personally, I think it's pretty damn cool. 92.7 MB for a download size of this, a little bit more immersive, and it did actually work with the rest of my overhauls, which was really good. And for our last spot is going to be cheat fortifying enchanting. Now the mod author always wanted the fortified enchanting gear, but couldn't find a mod that could possibly handle the capacity or even the task to do with this. And I think we've already covered one of these mod authors, and that was the rings of speed. Now this one is coming in as the rings, which changes the increased strength on the enchantments by anywhere between 15 all the way up to 2000%. And the ring location is located right at the entrance of Whiterun in a box against the wall. You can see pictures on the particular mod page if you wanted, but if you've been paying attention to the video on screen, that is pretty much where they're located. It's pretty damn cool. For me, this is absolutely awesome. Basically, it gives you the potential of making your own god gear. Be careful with this one though. There is a little bit of hit and miss on this one, so be careful. I'm not too sure if this one bugs out like the speed one. There was a recommendation of do not go over 700% speed, otherwise your game could possibly crash, but the limitation on this one is going to be 2000% stronger enchantments. Not too sure how that's going to fare up within the vanilla based game. Definitely not lore friendly or friendly to anyone who wants to play a vanilla based game. This is definitely going to be a super OP set of rings. So that's it guys for this episode. This has been episode 34 of 5 brand new console mods to hit the Bethesda.net website. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, make sure to smack me with a like. Click the subscribe button if you are new. Turn on that little bell to get daily notifications for every time I upload content to the channel. But until the next one guys, Killerkev here and Killerkev out.